Welcome back, everybody. We're here with another video. Today we're going to talk about the last 5,000 miles with the R8. But before we get into that, I need to go ahead and wash my ATV. We took it out on some dirt trails and it's looking pretty bad. I need to go ahead and get the chain cleaned up and the rest of the ATV washed. I haven't washed it at all or cleaned the chain since I took it out to the dunes a while ago, so it's full of sand, dirt, and mud right now. But we'll go ahead, get it all cleaned up, get it looking nice, and get back to the R8 right after. I did not feel like getting the pressure washer out, to be honest, so we're gonna rock and roll with the little hose adapter on here. Seemed like a lot of work getting the pressure washer set up just for the ATV, and it's been a long day, so we're just gonna knock this out as fast as possible. And there we have it, a nice clean YFZ 450. Now that's all done, let's go in the garage and talk about the R8. It's pretty bright, it's pretty hot today, it's 100 degrees, so not like the garage is gonna be any better, but let's go inside. Alright guys, today we're gonna talk about the R8 and how it has been for the last 5,000 miles. And yep, I've put 5,000 miles on it already. I can't even believe it, but I mean, that's what happens when you're enjoying the car, you know, you're gonna drive it everywhere and anywhere that you can. So just starting off, we're gonna go with a couple things that it came with. We'll go through what I've done to it, and we'll go through little maintenance items and some troubles that it actually has given me in the last 5,000 miles. And it did come with this carbon fiber front lip. Not exactly sure where it's from, what kind it is, or anything, but it's really sturdy, it's real carbon, and it looks sick. I think it makes the front super aggressive. Going to the wheels, the car actually came with these wheels as well. They are forged, and it's weird, there's 20 inches in the front, 21s in the back, but I think it adds to the look. It kind of fills in the wheel well. Pretty good, pretty good. And it's, I think, 11 inches wide in the rear, putting down like a 325 tire. So it hooks and books good. The car also came with these carbon fiber side skirts. They are real carbon and they fit really well. And I'm not sure where they're from, where you got them, anything like that. So not only did it come with some of those carbon fiber mods, or you know, little pieces to add on, it came tuned as well. So it came with the VF Engineering Hex ECU tune and the TCU tune. So I'm thankful it came with that. You know, it's a pain in the butt if you guys have ever done the research on how to tune these transmissions. They essentially send you out a little computer module and you got to do it yourself. I don't want to break the car or break their modules or computers, so I'm glad it's already done for me. Whoever did it, if it's the previous owner or a shop, I don't care. It's already done. Alright, last thing it actually came with is this Valvetronic titanium exhaust. I don't know if you could see it peeking in there a little bit. It is valved, it's not one of their straight pipe ones. So I can, you know, in comfort mode it's nice and quiet. In dynamic or individual, it opens up and gets real loud. And now that we talked about what it came with, let's talk about what I've done to it. It's not too much, it's just a couple simple things, you know, to add my personal taste and touch to it. So yeah, let's get into it. We have this huge Vorsteiner style carbon fiber wing. It looks real good. It's basically a freaking table. If I could get my gimbal working with me. But it's basically a huge table and it sticks out pretty good on the car. It's nice and sturdy, no issues with it. Install is pretty simple, just have to line up all the holes right here in the deck lid appropriately, make it centered and all that. Other than that, it was really simple. The diffuser, on the other hand, this was a fun one. It took quite a bit of time. We went into the night and around midnight we called it quits and just came back in the morning with fresh brains and knocked it out, but it was really annoying. But it's a nice aggressive Vorsteiner style one too. Let's check it out. And I added these little extensions on the side here. Other than that, there's not much that I did. Oh, I actually painted the calipers red. They came black from factory. I left the parking brake caliper alone, and I just painted the main calipers, front and rear, to match kind of like that Audi red that it comes with, and then threw some black decals on there. Now talking about a couple of issues I've actually had with the car. Well, right off of day one, my wife wanted to take the car to Trader Joe's and go get ice cream sandwiches for dessert that night. So I said yes, we'll take it out. I was enjoying the car too. She was driving, and on the way home, actually picked up a really big nail. I'll put up a picture of that right here, but yeah, unfortunately day one, I had to figure out how to get 2 new rear tires, and Michelin PS4Ss are not cheap, especially a 325, 25, 21. I believe it ran me about $1,200, $1,250, but let's double check my spreadsheet. For every car I own, no matter what kind of car it is, I usually keep a spreadsheet of everything I do to it. One, for my own personal sake of keeping track and not having to remember when I did everything and when the next oil change or spark plugs or brake fluid change is due. But it's also good for the next owner when they're like, hey, this guy took care of it. You know, he has a whole log of everything he's done, when he did it, at what mileage, and all that fun stuff. This is the Excel I was talking about. Just has a couple items on there, like when I got the oil change done, when I got those 2 new tires, when I did brake fluid, things like that. But yeah, so just looking at the list, we could probably go down the rest of the maintenance items. We'll talk about what I did in my ownership as far as maintenance. So far it's just been oil changes, brake fluid, spark plugs, and I got NGK 1675s. I don't know which ones those are, but it made the car run a lot better. The ones that were in there before were actually the factory, like from when they were new. And I have, at that time, I had 27,000 miles on there. So for 27,000 miles, they had factory spark plugs. You could tell it ran a little rough. New spark plugs went in, ran beautifully. So shout out my boy Drew. Other than that, I've just done simple things like the intake filters. I actually swapped those out for reusable cone filters instead of like that flat OEM filter style. So I got BMC intake filters. That's really about it maintenance wise. There's not much to do to this car. It's pretty reliable, good entry-level supercar, and that's exactly why I got it. I didn't want any surprises, no issues, knock on wood, but wanted a simple entry-level supercar, and I think I got it. Oh, I almost forgot. I actually did do one other thing on the interior. I did the magnetic carbon fiber paddle shifters. I don't know if you saw the last or 2 videos ago of me installing it, so went ahead and threw those on. Changes the experience tremendously. The sound is great, shifting is super crispy. It's just, I don't know, adds to the experience a ton. The only issues I really had with this car, there's 2 of them so far, and I say so far, but hopefully, like I said, knock on wood, I'm good with this car. But the 2 issues so far is the dash, delaminating, and that's essentially the leathers separating from the actual form or the structure itself. The glue on these is known to be weak, and Audi had like an extended warranty TSB thing to go ahead and replace it. So right when I got it, made that appointment, you know, got a whole new dash. I'll put up a clip right here, or a photo right here of what the dash looks like when it's all out. It's kind of scary. It looks kind of funny, but scary at the same time. But I'll also put pictures of what the little bubbles look like when it was delaminating or peeling. The other issue is engine related. It gave me a little check engine light scare one day, but I realized it was emissions related and it wasn't that big of a deal. It's something these are known for having, which is the secondary air pump sensor going bad. And that's tucked away under some of these hoses and stuff down here. And essentially all that means is during cold starts really is when that secondary air pump turns on, and the sensor is bad, so it wouldn't really read the amount of air going in correctly. So got that fixed. It was like 90 bucks for that. So not a big deal, nothing to break the bank, but once it's time to do fuel injectors, I think it'll hurt the wallet a bit. I got to do 20 of them. because this has PI, port injection, and direct injection. So it'll be a fun time getting to replace all 20 of those. But like I said, we're gonna go to my boy Drew, and he's gonna knock it out for us. I actually forgot one last thing. The previous owner actually did the full front PPF on this. So it came with the hood, the bumper, fenders, side rockers, and behind the rear wheels. So he got a couple spaces other than the front, but overall most of the front is covered with PPF. Makes my life easier, but I wish the windshield was covered because I just got a crack in my windshield like a week ago. You can see a nice little rock chip that turned into a crack, so we're gonna deal with this next week actually. Yeah, next week I have an appointment to actually get it replaced, and this week I'm gonna go to the shop just to confirm everything, pricing and all that, make sure they can do it. Found the shop cheaper than both the dealer and my insurance. They'll knock it out 100%, so I appreciate them working with me. Other than that, it's been a solid car. I've been enjoying it. The interior is nice and plush like an Audi should be, but it's a sports car still. To me, it's a supercar, all right, but to some it may not be. But yeah, that's basically it. That's how the last 5,000 miles has been for me. I appreciate you guys watching the video, staying with me this whole time, letting me blab about my car, which is one of my passions. I will be bringing a little more content away from cars. If you guys are interested, a little more items about real estate, how to get into investing, what to do if you're already investing and you want to move your money around. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more car content. I'll be sure to post more consistently. Catch you guys on the next one.